Free speech and freedom of expression are so ingrained in our beings, in our culture, our society, our institutions, that we rarely stop and think about them. And we often take them for granted, which is another danger.
Turn on AM radio, go to work, surf 50 websites, go home, turn on cable news, and never once encounter an idea that conflicts with your original ideas that day. We are in peril, ladies and gentlemen, of becoming the best read, ignorant people in the history of America.
Monument was approved by Charlottesville City Council in 2001. The Boston Globe ran an editorial that read, "The idea is gutsy, scary, and fascinating. Not many cities would have the nerve, but Charlottesville, Virginia, deep in Thomas Jefferson country, decided to honor its civic patron with a living memorial to his ideals."
And some freedoms are simply being taken away from us through the Patriot Act, through the prosecution and jailing of members of the press, or more recently through unauthorized wiretaps. But I believe that this monument will serve as a visible reminder of not just this basic freedom, but of all the freedoms we hold dear.
It goes back about 407 years. It's a short Latin poem translated into English by Sir Thomas More, whom you all will remember was the Lord Chancellor under Henry VIII, which was a hot spot to be in. When our prince is true and good, he is the dog that guards the flock. But when he falls, he turns into a wolf who takes us for his food. Sir Thomas More got his head cut off, not for that poem. It didn't help a lot. Got his head cut off and was changed, his title changed to Saint Thomas More.
We must always be vigilant against attempts to infringe upon our right to free speech, whether in music or in everyday life. There have been attempts in the past, and they continue to this day. We have this great right enshrined in the First Amendment, but it is meaningless unless we as Americans exercise it and stand up to attempts to take it away.
Speech. This is what I teach, so let me preach. This the freedom of speech. This is what I teach, now listen. This the freedom of speech. Yes, this is what I teach, but listen. This the freedom of speech, the freedom of speech.
Definitely an outdoor event. Susan's the real star. No, get in the middle.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you all so much. My pleasure.
Jay, you want to get a...
Thanks again for